Hi, I'm Matt from Wex Photographic, and today I'm going to be showing you how to quickly and easily boost your camera's performance. One of the first things that you should do is check which buttons and controls around your camera can be customized. Some of these may be obvious, such as those marked FN, although it's sometimes possible to customize other buttons which you may not frequently use. This can help you to access a variety of settings instantly and means that you don't necessarily need to trawl through menus, which in turn means you can be more prepared when photographing action. Many cameras now allow you to attach personal information to your images, such as your name and the year in which the image was taken, and a lot of photographers like to do this so that their images can be easily identified among others. You can add your name and sometimes a copyright symbol and even your website if there's enough space. If you're lucky enough to own a camera with 2 card slots, check to see how these can be set up. You could be simply using the second card as an overflow, which is fine, although you may have the option of recording raw images on one and JPEGs on the other, or videos on one and images on the other. This might better suit your style of shooting and editing, so it's worth having a look at what options you have here. The filter in front of your sensor can pick up dust when you change lenses, so it's worth making sure that you get this cleaned regularly. Often you might not see these marks until you shoot at a small aperture, where small dark spots appear over parts of your images. Your camera should have a control which does this on demand, and you may be able to program it so that it cleans when you power up and down your camera. Although for a more thorough clean, you may want to use either a rocket blower or a contact method such as a swab, which should help to deal with more stubborn particles. You can also get it professionally cleaned if you prefer not to do it yourself. One feature that's often overlooked on cameras is control over the brightness of the screen. Increasing its brightness will help you to see it more clearly when shooting in harsh lighting conditions such as direct sunlight, while decreasing its brightness will help save battery life when you don't need it to be that bright, such as when you're shooting in darker conditions. Obviously no one likes their batteries to run out while they're out shooting, and there are a number of further ways that you can check that your battery isn't using unnecessary power. If your camera has a GPS system built into it, for example, only activate this when you know that you'll be needing the location information embedded into the metadata of your images, as otherwise your camera will be constantly trying to communicate with satellites to determine its position. Image stabilization systems also require additional battery to work, as does continuous autofocus, so make sure these aren't on when you don't need them to be. Another thing to look at is your automatic image review function. Setting this to a shorter duration or disabling it completely and only looking at images when you need to can also help to conserve battery power. Another option that's now widely available is one that allows you to fine-tune the focus of your lenses. This allows you to shift the focus slightly if you find that a lens of yours is focusing slightly behind or in front of where it should. Finally, check to see if your camera is running the latest firmware, as your camera's manufacturer may have issued an update since you bought it. To do this, find the firmware option in the Tools or Maintenance tab of your camera and make a note of the number. Then simply visit the support section of your manufacturer's website to see if a later version exists. If it does, simply download it onto your memory card and follow the instructions provided alongside. For more tips and advice, subscribe to our channel, visit us on Twitter, Facebook or Google+, or check out wexphotographic.com/blog.